This thing has an arm, a real working arm that picks your socks up off the floor. And it costs as much as a flight to Tokyo for an arm that whiffs half of the time. Half the time it works is still better than 0 times, which is what every other robot vacuum on the planet does with a sock in its path. It just stops and calls for help. So you're paying $2,000 for a coin flip. Heads, it tidies your sock. Tails, you're still bending over to pick it up yourself. Except now you also own a $2,000 vacuum. $2,000 was the launch price. It's been selling for well under half that in deals since. And right now it's selling for as low as $999 on Amazon. Sure, once the hype cooled off and people realized the headline feature is, quote, more of a party trick than a useful tool. That's not me being me, by the way. That's what PC Mag said. And PC Mag also called it spectacular innovation. You're glossing over the fact that obstacle avoidance has been the single biggest failure point of robot vacuums for a decade. A traditional robot sees a shoe, drives around it, and leaves a massive dirty ring on your floor. The Z70 grabs the shoe, vacuums the spot, moves the shoe to the closet. That physically changes how you live in your house. You don't have to pre-clean for your cleaner anymore. Assuming the shoe weighs less than 300 grams. If you drop a winter boot or a heavy sneaker, it just stares at it and drives around it anyway. It's a claw machine for hotel slippers. But let's ignore the weight limit for a second. Let's talk about what Roborock had to butcher to fit that little plastic hand inside the chassis. They didn't butcher anything. In fact, they streamlined it. They eliminated the top laser turret entirely, replacing it with Starsight 2.0, dual time-of-flight sensors. It's now 3.14 inches tall. Do you know what the consequence of that is? It actually fits under low couches and kitchen cabinets that older models bounce right off. You're dodging the question. The arm takes up 10% of the robot's internal volume. Because of that, the internal dustbin is now 180 millimeters. The water tank is 69 millimeters. That is practically microscopic. It has an auto empty dock. The size of the onboard bin is totally irrelevant when the station empties it for you. It's highly relevant when it has to drive back to the station every 15 minutes like a commuter. If you have a large living room, half of its battery life is spent driving back and forth across the rug to empty a thimble's worth of dust. It extends the cleaning by an hour while I am trying to work from home and there's a noisy robot constantly driving past my desk. You are acting like you have to carry it there yourself. It's fully autonomous. You literally do not touch it. It has 2.5-hour fast charging. It washes its own mops in 176-degree hot water. It even has auto mop removal. It physically detaches and leaves its mop pads at the base station when it detects thick carpet, so it never drags a wet rag over your rugs. The auto mop removal is brilliant. I'll give you that. Leaving the wet pads behind is a fantastic feature. But while it's doing all that commuting, how well is it actually vacuuming? Because again, the arm ate the internal space. They had to shrink the main brush roller compared to the standard models. You compromise the fundamental mechanics of a vacuum cleaner just so it can occasionally move a tissue. I wouldn't call 22,000 pascals of suction compromise. That is hypercar territory. It is industry-leading power. It rips fine sand and pet hair out of medium pile carpet like nothing else on the market. Suction numbers are marketing bait and you know it. 22,000 pascals means absolutely nothing if the physical brush is too small to agitate the carpet and feed the dirt into the suction inlet. Real-world pickup relies on airflow and mechanical agitation. You're paying for a beta test gimmick at the direct expense of basic floor cleaning performance. A beta test gimmick, let's talk about the AdaptiLift chassis. The entire robot can elevate its body independently. If it hits a high room threshold or a U-shaped chair leg, it literally lifts itself up to 4 centimeters and climbs right over it. Other robots get beached on a rug tassel and die. The Z70 adapts. AdaptiLift is great engineering, but you know what else has AdaptiLift? The 176-degree mop washing the ultra slim profile and the mop drop-off feature? The Roborock Saros Z70. And it has a full-size dustbin and an uncompromised brush roller because it doesn't have the stupid arm. It's not stupid if you have a chaotic house. You're looking at this through the lens of a pristine testing lab. Real floors are messy. If your Saros Z70 gets tangled in a phone cord on minute 3, its bigger dustbin doesn't matter because it's stuck in the hallway crying for you. The Z70 clears its own path. It recognizes 108 different objects. You can even train the AI to recognize 50 custom objects in the app. No one has time to train their vacuum cleaner like a golden retriever. Here boy, this is a dog bowl. People want an appliance that works out of the box, not a part-time job. Let's talk about that dock. It washes the mops beautifully, yes. But they made the dock highly reflective. It's practically a dark mirror. So this massive appliance designed to keep your house clean sits in your living room constantly covered in highly visible room dust and fingerprint smudges. You wipe down the dock once a week with a microfiber cloth. It's a minor aesthetic choice. What you're getting in return is a mobile home security camera. The Z70 has dual cameras, one on the front and one mounted on the mechanical arm. You can raise the arm and use the app to view your home from a higher angle while, say, you're sitting at work. I'm not paying for a floor level security feed so I can watch my dog sleep from the ankles down. And you're completely ignoring the price reality. If a company slashes a flagship product from $2,599 to $999 just months after launch, it means the market rejected it. Real buyers got it home, realized the tiny dustbin and the arm limitations are massive headaches, and the returns piled up. A fire sale on a flagship isn't a bargain. It's a clearance event for a failed experiment. Or it means the robotics market is wildly competitive and prices fluctuate to capture market share. At $999, the value proposition is undeniable. You're getting the absolute bleeding edge of robotics. You're getting the edge cleaning flexi arms that reach deep into corners. You're getting the climbing chassis, and you're getting a robotic arm for the price of a mid-range Roomba. There's literally no other vacuum offering this level of hardware for $1,000. Hardware that limits you. An arm that maxes out at 300 grams is still an arm that maxes out at 300 grams, no matter how cheap the box is. Let's wrap this up. Here's my final verdict. You should absolutely buy the Roborock Saros Z70 if you have a busy, chaotic household with kids, pets, and constant clutter. And if you're completely sick of having to clean your floors, even before your robot can clean the floors. The OmniGrip arm and the AdaptiLift chassis fundamentally change how you maintain your home because this robot almost never gets stuck. And with the current pricing dropping to around $999, you're getting futuristic flagship tier technology, including an ultra slim design that cleans under low furniture your old vacuum hasn't seen in years at a mid-range price. It is the best deal in smart home tech right now. And here is my final verdict. You should stay far away from the Saros Z70 because a compromise vacuum is still a compromise vacuum, no matter how deep they slash the price. Do not fall for the fire sale pricing. A massive discount doesn't fix the microscopic dustbin, the endless commuting back to the dock, or the fact that they shrank the main brush just to fit a plastic arm that can't even lift a sneaker. If you want top tier cleaning, buy the Roborock Saros Z70 instead. You get the exact same brilliant low profile design, the same AdaptiLift chassis, and the same hot water mopping, but with a full-size dustbin and uncompromised vacuuming power. Buy a vacuum designed to actually clean your floors, not one designed to perform a party trick. So, you heard both of us. Now it's up to you what you decide, but I think at this price, it's a real steal deal. Go for it. Steal deal? No deal. It's a big price drop because the whole idea of this robot hasn't really worked. Stay away from it.